My goodness, what a sale we've got going on here in the market. The S&P 500 is still down almost 2% today. We've got talk of inflation, we've got talk of the job crisis, we've got talk of the housing crisis. It's all starting over again. Here we go, the market's down. But there is one good thing when the market is down. We have massive sales, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. We're going to get straight to the point, short, sweet, simple. What I am looking at right now here to buy. Now, today, I gotta be honest, I had fever and I just put in like $100 in Blackberry. You know, I was like, I just want to feel the buy today, and I put in $100 on Blackberry, so I'm sitting on that one right now. For under $10, I pulled the trigger. Let's go. So the first thing I want to talk about here is Bbig. Now, obviously, I have talked about this stock so flippin' much on my channel. I am still very bullish on this company. I am very excited about this company. Let's talk about what we're seeing real fast with this. So at this point with Vinco, we are waiting for more news with the merger. We are waiting for more news just with Vinco as a company and what they're going to be doing here. So last week I was telling people as we ended the week, kind of like in this like crisis state mode, kicking the can down the road pretty much all last week. Now we're going into this week, and it looks like this week could take a little bit more of a hit until the dust settles a little bbit here in the market to where we start getting some bigger green days come in. But with Vinco, I told people, hey, this is probably going to settle around a $6 to $7 mark, and we're probably going to play around that area. Now, this video is not about Vinco, so I'm not going to go into what they're doing. I have made those videos. There's a ton of them out there, but this is definitely something you need to watch. This is a company that is messing with crypto. This is a company that is messing with NFTs. This is a company that is messing with streaming platform. This is a company that is messing with new ideas in business, with tech, with a younger generation of consumers and investors. So I really like this company. I love what they're doing. I do not believe this is one that's going to make you rich overnight, but this is one that I would have no problem investing money into for the future of what this company could do as their bread and butter, day in and day out business. But today with Vinco, we only had around 81 million in volume. We broke over that just a little bit, but you can see Friday we only had right around 50 million in volume. That Thursday we broke over 100 million in volume, and then that Wednesday was back to 50 million, 70 million. So volume has been dying out here compared to what it has been. Because the news has been dying off, we have not had any new gasoline to throw to the fire here with Vinco. But the closer we get to these merger dates and Vinco releasing more news what they're doing as a company, you can guarantee there's going to be more gasoline thrown on the fire here to really shoot this thing up. And one thing that really makes me happy with this, now all these analysts and these articles have completely turned on Bbig here, and now we're saying, well, you know, you should probably just get out of it. It's not a safe guarantee situation, you know, right now. Even though last week they were saying, wow, this is doing amazing. I can really see this doing something in the near future. Articles are so blech. So guys, not much new news here on Vinco. We're just watching it. I'm very curious to see what is going to happen here. I would not be surprised to see a high $6, mid $6 here by tomorrow. And as long as we can keep it somewhere around there, I would be totally happy with where this guy's at and totally comfortable with it just shooting back up into almost a $10 range here. Okay, so I'm going to talk about Hippo. Yeah, I know, I already know what you're thinking. Meet Kevin has already talked about Hippo, and that's why I'm talking about it. Now, I like Kevin. I think he is wonderful, and I think he made a great call here. Now, obviously, since Kevin came out with that video talking about Hippo here, right meow and right meow, this stock has been just kind of going crazy until we hit last week with a bit of a mass sell-off right here. And the reason I talk about this is because I've had other people ask me like, hey, I saw Kevin talking about this. Is this something you invest in? I do not personally invest in this company. Now, I am watching this very heavily right now. I am always on the lookout for a new upcoming insurance stock, something to really get into for the near future. I do not believe, obviously, this is going to be one that's going to like make you a millionaire overnight. This is going to be something that you're going to have a long play on, which is totally fine with me because I'm a long-term investor. But I would not be surprised, especially this week, as we're kind of like in this, I would not be surprised to see this whole week just kind of be like, ugh, this stock could easily see a 450, maybe even our low $4 mark here this week. And honestly, I think personally, I might pull the trigger at that point and put some money into this and just let it sit there and come back in about 4 or 5 years. And obviously I'll be checking on it, but you get what I'm saying here. So that's what I want to say on Hippo. I do like, I'm not going to go into this. Kevin's already made a long video about this. This is an insurance company. They have a lot of things going on right now. I like the company. I like the outlook. Very interesting situation you have here. But I definitely believe when the market comes back here, maybe next week or the following week, as we get like all this bad news out of the way here, this will definitely come back to a high $5 to a $6 mark. And I believe going into next year, as long as this company keeps doing what they say they're going to do, this will obviously be a good long play for you as an investor. Especially if you're new to investing, this is definitely something you really want to look into and do due diligence in, because this is a great, affordable, long-term play for most people. Okay, next. Okay, friends, so next I do want to talk about Blackberry here. So like I said, today I was playing around with Blackberry, and I have been watching Blackberry very closely here for the past few months, obviously, because it is in the running with the Reddit, AMC community, Wall Street bets situation we have going on here, and is being heavily watched by the Bbig community, and is still being pushed around, still being played around with here a little bit. Blackberry is probably going to be something that I am watching very heavily this week. And it's probably going to be one of the biggest things I'm watching this week, and this is why. I am not in Blackberry for the long run. I believe that we are going to see another run up on Blackberry here to $11 to a $12 mark. That is what I believe. I don't expect anybody to do this. Follow me into the fire here. This is what I'm doing. This is what I believe. I believe we're going to have another run up here on Blackberry. It could be to $12. It could be to $15. We don't know. No one knows. I'm just looking at past history with what we've seen with all of these Wall Street bet stocks / Reddit stocks, whatever you want to say. And I believe Blackberry is going to have another run up here, if not a semi-squeeze into X amount number. So I am looking for Blackberry to possibly hit an $8 mark this week, and then I would probably strongly consider putting more money into it. Now, looking at the volume that we've seen on Blackberry, it has been dying out with volume. It has not been doing well at all, especially last week going into, it looks like we're going to have another week like this. So obviously, I'm not in Blackberry to make this a long-term investment. I'm going to put money in this, take it out, put it somewhere else in a long-term investment, and say thank you, appreciate it, I'm out. Okay, that's what I have to say about Blackberry. Okay, let's go to the last one here. And of course, yeah, we're going to talk about Globalstar. You guys know I love Globalstar. So let's make this short, sweet, what's going on here. We are coming off the non-Apple news. The deal did not happen, in case you're late to the game here. So Globalstar and Apple are not working together, in case you're just walking into the party here and you're going like, what's going on? Nothing happened. Nothing was said. There's nothing to talk about. So that brings us to what is left here with Globalstar. Well, there's still a lot left with Globalstar. Globalstar still has a broad-looking future with what it could be and what it could do here. I was talking to somebody yesterday about Globalstar, and they were like, well, if these deals aren't happening and we're seeing these big markups, but then it falls back down, why is that good? Well, friends, even from February this year, when we saw Globalstar hit that almost $3 mark, then we had the sell-off, then we had a few more little highs here and there, back down, back up, and then we had this big we almost hit a $3 bid price with Globalstar just this past. That's good, because this yearly chart that we're looking at right now is phenomenal. It really is. It's great. This is the most we've seen from Globalstar. Globalstar has all this new blood in it, has all this new attention in it. And don't forget about all the stuff that Globalstar has done just the first 4 months into 2021 here, with all the new contracts, all the new partnerships, all the new deals that took place with Globalstar. So finishing out this year, I believe Globalstar is going to finish out the year very strong. I believe Globalstar going into 2022 is going to continue to ramp up partnerships, ramp up new deals. And guys, listen, when people say like, well, there's bigger companies than Globalstar that do what they do, I get that. I'm not looking for Globalstar to be the next Apple. I'm looking for Globalstar to continue to do what they do, their bread and butter, but just do it on a bigger, larger scale, to where they're paying off debt, to where their stock price is going up, to where they have a lot of partnerships and a lot of brand deals going on, and they're in somewhat of the mainstream media stock circuit. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this to continue to be a valuable, reliable, moving stock. Whether it's up or down each day, it's still moving, it's still alive, it's still here, it's still growing. So I think we have had a fantastic year with Globalstar. And I was literally saying this right before this Apple news broke loose. We as investors with Globalstar, we're only one big deal away for Globalstar really shooting up. Look what Globalstar did just on the what if news with Apple. Look how the stock reacted. Look how people reacted to Globalstar just over some claims that they could potentially be working with Apple. Imagine if that deal were to happen. Imagine if some kind of deal here in the next couple months, next year, Globalstar was to work with X company. What I'm trying to say here, friends, this is going to take time. This is going to take patience. Look at the chart on a 1-year scale, and now look at the chart on a 5-year scale. 2018 all the way to December of 2020, nothing. So this has been a pretty good year for Globalstar. And 5G technology is growing each day. So this is definitely where I want to be personally as an investor in this segment. So friends, we will continue to talk this week. I'm very curious to see how the market reacts this week. Like I said, this is going to be an interesting week with the market. The S&P 500 keeps falling apart. Jerome Powell keeps saying negative things. In the end of September here, going into October, we're going to keep having all these reports coming out, like I said, of job data, COVID data, housing data, in this big $1 trillion deal that the Democrats are trying to pass right now, and that the Republicans are fighting. So there's a lot of things going on right now, and guess who's going to take the brute force of all that? It's going to be us, the investors. We're going to be ones taking the hit off of all this negative news that will be coming out here. If it's negative, obviously we're hoping for positive, but if it's negative, we will take the hit for it. But this is the name of the game. Can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. That's the name of the game here. But friends, thank you so much for being here. Love talking to you guys. You're awesome. Best of luck this week. I really do mean that. And like I said, I'm not lying. I literally could have talked about like 20 more companies that I'm looking at right now, stocks that I'm very interested in. And this is why I always say make sure you have cash on hand, because when we have these kind of weeks, this is when you want to start plowing into stuff that you've been wanting for months. Because let's face it, the past 3 weeks, things have been really high to buy. But we're just in a little bit of a reset here, and that's good, that's great, that's what we need. So we will talk tomorrow. Friends, remember, be positive, be you, take time to invest in your future. It's so important. I will talk to you very soon, friends. Bye, everyone.